The most common question I tend to get from new property investors is, should I use an interest-only mortgage or a repayment mortgage? It sounds quite simple, but the wrong choice can ruin your cash flow and wreck your exit strategy. I spent 7 years working at Tier 1 investment bank in loans and mortgages. Today I'm going to break down exactly how these two mortgage types work, when you should use them, and why one might quietly cost more than you think. Let's dive right in with the basics. What is the difference between these two types of mortgage? Well, first up you have repayment mortgages, and the monthly amount for a repayment mortgage consists of both the interest portion and a principal paydown of the loan balance, which is the initial amount you took that loan out for. And an interest-only mortgage, where you're only paying that interest portion of that mortgage. So your monthly payment will be less, at least in the short term, because you are not paying down any of that principal balance. So say you are borrowing £200,000 at 5% annually over 25 years. Now, if this is a repayment mortgage, your monthly payment will be about £1,170-ish. So that means that the total you'd pay over 25 years is about £351,000. And because it's a repayment mortgage and you are paying down on that property, by the end of those 25 years, you will have nothing left to pay. And the interest you will have paid over those 25 years is the total amount that you've paid minus the initial amount that you've borrowed. So in this case, that's £151,000 of interest. Now that sounds like a lot of money. It's nearly the initial amount that you've borrowed in the first place. But remember, this is over 25 years, and so it does add up to a lot over time. But what's the total cost then? So you've paid £351,000 and then you own the property after. So very simply, your total paid is £351,000. But what about an interest-only mortgage? So your monthly payment will be less, so £833. But what does that mean over the entire length of the mortgage, which is 25 years? Well, that's £833 times by 12 times by 25, which equals about £250,000. And that is significantly less than the repayment mortgage of £351,000. But the crucial thing to be aware of is that you've still got to pay off that initial borrowed amount, because you haven't actually paid down any of the principal balance at all. So in that case, you've still got £200,000 left to pay if you want to retain that property. And so overall, the interest you would have paid is £250,000, and the total amount you will have paid altogether, if you kept the property at the end, £450,000. So here's the bit that most people miss. Interest only actually costs you way more in the long term. It may sound great that you have lower payments, but if you are planning to keep that property long term, it's going to cost you more in the end. So you may be asking yourself, why does anyone get an interest-only mortgage? Why don't they just have a repayment mortgage like normal? Because it's costing you less overall. Well, a good analogy for this is, why does anyone lease a car instead of just purchasing a car on a finance payment? Because a lease is actually only paying the depreciation of that car. It's not actually paying for the car's value underneath at all. At the end of your lease, you have to give the car back. Otherwise, the lender really won't be happy. And as I've just found out, they're not happy when you give back a lease with damage on it too. So keep that in mind. It's not your car. And the same goes for an interest-only mortgage. It's not your property. So you need to have a plan in mind, an exit strategy of what to do when that interest-only mortgage ends. So why does anyone choose to lease a car? Why would anyone want an interest-only mortgage? Well, for landlords especially, and property investors, interest-only mortgages are very common for buy-to-let. And this is because it unlocks better cash flow for that investor. So you have lower monthly payments, it's easier to pass those buy-to-let stress tests, which I talk about in my dedicated buy-to-let basics video. I'll link it up here, and you can recycle your capital for other investment deals. So you're basically having healthier numbers now to build your investment portfolio to then apply your exit strategy later. And so here's the crucial point. Interest-only mortgages only work if you have a proper plan to repay that lump sum later. So that might be selling the property, refinancing because of capital growth, that house price could have increased over time, or you could use money from other savings and investments. If your plan is, I'll deal with it in 25 years, then you don't have a plan. If you're taking out interest-only mortgage, make sure you do know what your exit strategy is. But don't automatically think that interest-only is the best choice for buy-to-let investors or property investors in general. Repayment might suit you better if you're looking for a safer investment option, or you're looking more long-term and you know that you want to own the property outright in the end, or you simply want the peace of mind that your mortgage will be cleared. It gives you equity as you go and no pressure to sell when the end of the term ends. With a repayment mortgage, your balance, which may start out 200,000 here, by the end of the 25 years, it will have paid off to zero. So that means by the end of your 25 years, you've got nothing left to pay on the property and it's yours. However, for an interest-only mortgage, that balance will always remain at £200,000. And that's over the entire 25 years of the loan. The reason that you're paying more interest is because the interest is always calculated on this £200,000 balance. So if you were lucky enough to keep the same interest rate for the entire length of the loan, it would always be the same for the entirety of those 25 years. If you were on your repayment mortgage, like I just demonstrated here, you are only paying the interest on a smaller and smaller balance, which is why you'll see that overall you pay less interest. This whole area in between the two is interest cost savings. So what do I do? Well, for me, it depends on the deal that I'm doing. I tend to like to go for interest-only mortgages when I'm doing buy-to-let properties, and when cash flow is key or I've got a clear refinancing plan. But I do repayments when I want to hold on to a property long-term and shrink that balance over time. For example, my own personal home. By the end of the term, I want that property paid off so I can stay living in it. So what would you go for? Interest only for the flexibility or repayment for the stability? Drop your thoughts or questions in the comments below, and if this video helped you out, please give it a like and subscribe for more property investment tips. See you in the next one.